When I read the brochure about New Leaders for New Schools, I just had one of those aha moments and said to myself, the goals are completely aligned to how I felt.
The program that they put together to identify individuals whose belief resonates with theirs and really give them the tools that they need to move forward toward these goals is, I think, unparalleled.
The one key component that I like about New Leaders is mentoring. I would not have stayed in the teaching profession had I not had a great mentor as a teacher in my first year. So none of the other programs I looked into had what looked to me interesting mentoring components to them.
A value that I share with New Leaders is that you're not going to have a really good school, especially one that's going to sustain itself over time, if you don't have a good leader. Leadership is crucial.
The foundation of a house, if you're going to build one, it has to be a solid foundation, and every piece needs to fit together so tightly, and I think that's what this has felt like inside of class as well as outside.
Foundations is a transformational experience. I don't think you can come and work through, live through, experience this and come out on the other side the same.
What I really have enjoyed and what I like and what I've said to friends, to people that I know, is that almost without exceptions, all the instructors have been real teachers, real administrators, successful, reflective, intelligent, and passionate. But they have practical experience that they bring to the classroom with them.
Being able to meet cohort members from across the nation, talking with other new principals in other school districts and comparing and contrasting what they do across the nation in terms of reading skills, math programs, and just being able to share and build some really, really strong relationships with people professionally is something that will be priceless for me.
One of the most amazing things that I sort of watch unfold right in front of me was during the Facing History, Facing Yourself class. It was a difficult subject matter to deal with, but I think they delved into it very honestly, very maturely, and then they were very reflective about it as well. They didn't shy away from it. They took it head on.
And it really forced us to grapple with things that we hold inside and to really engage with the sorts of beliefs and ideas that we'll need to wrestle with and practices that we'll need to model.
The adaptive leadership component is absolutely powerful and something I'm going to be thinking about for the next year and longer than that.
I became a little familiar with efficacy before coming to New Leaders, and to get more in-depth information about it is something that I just can't wait to share with other teachers and with other principals.
Where the residents sit, I sat a few years ago. So I'm in touch with where they are, I think maybe what they're feeling and what they're launching into.
This job is as complicated as an advanced practice of architecture or law or engineering. And you don't expect a person after a summer program to be the lead lawyer on a complex antitrust case, or to be in charge of the team that's going to design the bridge across the Mississippi River. And that's what we're asking them to do.
There's plenty of anxiety, but it's a very hopeful anxiety.
I'm anxious to roll up my sleeves, go to work every day, and really try all the things that I've learned.
I'm definitely excited, and I feel like we've had a chance to look at different components of how a school works, in terms of leadership, in terms of looking at the political frame, looking at how we understand our actions, in terms of looking at data and instruction, advisory. So I feel like I've had a real good chance to look at those multiple components, put them together, and that it definitely gives me a place to start in September.
I think they're much better prepared than most principals in the United States ever get to be.
They're going to do great. I think they're quite well prepared for where they are, and there's plenty of work still to do.
You know, I'm clearly not going to have all the knowledge on the first day or, the 1000th day. But Foundations has really provided all of us with resources and opportunities for learning and a community of peers and coaches and staff upon which I will draw over and over again throughout the next several decades of this work, I hope.
Most importantly, I don't feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm walking into a residency with a number of other residents who I will be in touch with, who I trust, who I know, who have experiences that are very different than mine, but that will supplement what I know. I'm walking into residency with the clarity of who I'm working with, as well as a coach, a mentor. So I feel like there's a whole support system that inspires confidence, but makes it very clear that when difficult moments come, that I have somebody to go to, that I will not be alone.